I'm not gonna do that. Because for one, I am older. I have a different outlook.
You won't tolerate the shit that you used to tolerate.
I'm older. I have a different outlook on life. So yeah, even now, the things that I went through a year ago, the things I went through and accepted a year ago, 365 days ago, I'm not going to accept that. Year? No. But the shit that I went through this time last year, I'm not going through it. I'm not putting up with it. I'm not going to tolerate it. Because as a woman, you have to know your worth.
Right.
Growing up, my mom used to always tell me and my sister.
You have to know your worth. Man or female.
My mom used to always tell us, growing up, a man will only do to you what you allow.
What you allow them to do. And vice versa.
Yeah. And for a long time, I never fully grasped that. I never fully understood it.
Because I actually learned that from the male side versus the female side, because this individual went through it, and his wife was an addict. She was like, if you didn't like me, why are you still with me?
Yeah.
Because if you didn't want this, you know what I'm about. So if you didn't want me to do this to you, you wouldn't be with me.
Yeah.
And he actually stayed with that motherfucker until she died. I'm sitting there like, you know how strong of an individual you have to be? It ain't always women.
Yeah.
But that's all the stories that's been told, because we got some pussy ass men out here won't tell their story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let the motherfucker know how the fuck, because we need to know that shit.
But you know what though? I wouldn't even say pussy because...
No, because I say pussy because if you ain't gonna say the truth and let, you know what I'm saying, your youngsters know exactly what that is, and you leading them into the slaughter.
Yeah.
You leading them into that shit. Because you like, I don't give a fuck how good your excuse is, but you have no excuse for not saying that to your nephew or cousin or son or brother or whatever. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
But if you like, I want to see how you turn out.
Yeah.
You can say that, but you still ain't forewarning the motherfucker like, you shouldn't even be doing that.
But you know what though? That goes to show, like, especially with today's society, it's in a lot of places and around certain people, it's frowned upon for a man to show that softer side of him. And when you think man, you think her, I'm strong, don't shit hurt me, can't nothing break me. Mm-hmm. But in reality, that's not true. A lot of I ain't gonna say black men, a lot of men, period,
in their nationality, and they
struggle with mental illness.
Everybody do it.
Yeah.
I ain't that we always pinpoint black
men, yeah.
Because I promise you,
every man is going through it.
White friends, I got black friends, I got Latinos, I got all of them as friends.
Yeah.
And they true to the heart.
Yeah.
For who they are.
Yeah.
And I say I had to adopt everybody's race, but for who they are, I'm with. Because they acting like me, they acting like them. That's what I love. I love that they acting like them.
Yeah.
Whatever race they are.
Yeah.
When they speaking Spanish, I'm like, Google Translate.
Buenos dias to you too.
I'm like, uno, dos, tres. 1, 2, 3, yeah. You stacks, and I know you understand English because you only got that check. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got your check. You be like, oh no, senor. But just joking. Please don't.
But a lot of men struggle with mental illness because they are supposed to be the head of the house. They're supposed to show that strength. So a lot of men, when they going through something, they keep it in. They don't express it because they don't want you to look at them as less of a man. And I honestly feel like that's where society is failing us. Because
they're not being 100.
Yeah.
Because that goes back to that 50 shit. I was being 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start hearing mama say, I'm 100. Yeah. I'm giving you all of me, all of my good and bad.
Yeah.
My 50 bad, my 50 good. I'm giving you my 100.
Yeah.
And if you really want to exploit and blow the whole thing up, I'm giving you my 100 bad and my 100 good.
But you would.
So it'd be a 400 relationship, but in a relationship, it's 2.
Yeah.
I mean, 100, 100. It didn't say it had to be 2. It said it can be 200. And you can multiply that times 2. It would be 400. Meaning you giving all your good, your bad is 100. 100 good, 100 bad. On one side, 100 good, 100 bad, that's 400. So you multiply and instead by 2.
True. But what happens if you come across somebody and they don't want your full 100? They can't handle your full 100.
Now, if you accept that package, that's your fault. Because you're supposed to accept somebody that's close to you. Yeah. I mean, you might be 125. I mean, 125, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. And they might be 102. They real, but they got flaws. They ain't up the way your level is because your level is, I mean, your life is different.
Yeah.
You go experience more.
Yeah.
You go do more. But they ain't up to your level. But you shitting on them while you going through that, it's gonna bring their level down.
Right.
And if a motherfucker ain't strong enough to be like, you know what, she shitting on me, let me get out of this before she take me all the way down.
Right.
If she hit you down to 100 and you was at 105, she take you down to 100 or he take you down to 100, get out of that because he bring you down because you leveling up.
Yeah. Until
you make that motherfucker because of the status. Stop looking at the status and look at the person and the spirit. I'm a spirit person. Because if my spirit wasn't with, you know what I'm saying, with you, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have got them and did what I did.
Right.
And I have no quarrel. I don't know about it, nothing. This is my motherfucking life.
Yeah.
And I gotta live this.
Yeah.
I done did it for 30 years straight. Might as well do it wrong, but I promise you. Can't go wrong.
Right.
Because guess what? If it works out, if it don't,
yeah.
Hey. But I'm gonna love the person in front of me that's the one I'm with.
Yeah.
Kids and all. So that's me. But you gotta be 100 first.
True.
With yourself. And don't let the motherfucker tear you down.
Yeah. Alright, so I got a question. So Leah got me on this show. And I watched the whole season with her. And it was this couple. And they met. And they got engaged after like 2 weeks of knowing each other. Because that was the show was about. You know, see if, you know, if you could find your match within a week, be married within a month. So a year later at the reunion, obviously they're not together. So they, you know, showed the clips of her talking about him. And she was saying like, oh, you know, like he was, you know, always expressing his emotions, always, you know, telling me how this situation made him feel. If we was in a, you know, disagreement, he always wanted to sit down and talk about it. And I felt like he was too soft for that. Mm-hmm. I felt like those things that happened, he was soft in my eyes.
Mm. So what's the question?
My question is...
You forgot about it?
No, my question is, going into a relationship, have you ever said and thought like, damn, maybe I shouldn't, you know, express how I feel at this moment because I don't want her to look at me differently?
I have. That was a downfall. But, and I understand the reason why people don't do it because they're looking for something. Mm-hmm. Don't look for that. If you can't, if a motherfucker asks you a question, I believe you're supposed to give, 1000% believe. If they ask you, don't ask me the question.
If you don't want to know.
If you don't want to know the real answer.
Agreed.
Because if I tell you, because you might find a motherfucker that really believe in, I'm gonna tell you exactly because you know that it grew up a crime don't tell one lie leads to another, all this shit. When you get down, when you start sugarcoating your shit to make the other person feel good, Now you gotta keep sugarcoating.
Yep.
You gonna run out. You either gonna make a motherfucker diabetic, or you know what I'm saying. You gonna run out of motherfucker goddamn sugar.
Yeah.
Because you can't put. You gotta be real first. You ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you the real answer, but that's where communication come in at.
Yeah.
If you coming in and look, I'm gonna tell you the real. If you don't like it, you just don't like it. You don't have to be with me. But if you like a motherfucker because the motherfucker got them flashy, or you know what I'm saying, got a nice car, got a nice house, male or female, you know, nice shoes, nice purse, or whatever, all that old stupid shit that don't even mean they making them next motherfucker, man, what you doing for, anyway. But you go through all of that, and then you like, how real I am to myself. Mm-hmm. Am I really? Ask me, what you want to know? And then they tell you like, yeah, I did. And go start the healing process. If it's gonna be a healing process.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a healing process. Either y'all break up because both of y'all gotta heal. Cause only thing time can heal is wounds.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying, because you go through life of wounds, and the only thing you can go through time, you'll forget about it. Or if you went through something else, you ain't even worried about that no more.
Yeah, that's what my book is about.
Okay. Tell us about your book.
Ooh.
What's the name of it?
It's called Moments.
Okay.
Because time.
Well, tell us what brief us. Don't tell us about it. Brief us.
All right, so it's called Moments. And the reason why I named it Moments is because there are moments in your life that can shape you, make you, or break you.
Right.
And also, moments is a measurement of time. Time is something that you can never get back.
Absolutely.
So if you say something if you say or do something because you're in that moment, when that moment passed, you can't take that back. You've already put that out there in the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
So you have to live with what you said or what you've done. So that's what my book is about. And it's 3 parts to it. So the first part is, is their story. Them getting together, how they met, and the trials and tribulations that they go through as they're together. The second book, it will be his story. His name is Xavier. It's his story. His background, where he came from, how and why he turned out to be the way that he is. And then my third book is Tania's story. And it's, how her background and how she grew up and how she turned out to be the way that she is.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah. Trying to get it in.
Get it in, boo. And that's something we're looking forward to, on other episodes of, S2C's podcast.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing your story and being 100 and being concrete.
Oh, yeah.
And let the haters hate, the doubters doubt, and the people appreciate that's going to appreciate your story. Because you got them all out there.
Oh, yeah.
And he is likewise, so another day.
Yeah.
Another day. Well, shout outs again to Streets 99.3. We'll see y'all soon on the air, on the radio waves, and we'll work it in. Well, I'll let you later on.
Deuces.
Deuces. What up?